His story begins in a sterile, our protagonist, a brilliant engineer, lies on the brink of death. After a lifetime of suffering, orphaned at birth and trapped in a corporate nightmare for 20 years, he's had enough. His body is failing, and he finally decides to stop fighting the inevitable. He drifts into the silent darkness while medical staff desperately try to pull him back to reality. But for him, death isn't the end, it is a gateway. When he finally forced his heavy eyes open, the cold hospital walls were gone. In their place, a room dripping with unimaginable luxury, filled with golden treasures that dazzled his senses. Panic hits. He fears the medical bills for such a suite will bankrupt him forever. But then, reality shatters. A glowing status window appears in thin air, welcoming him to the magical continent of Eldria. The confusion is overwhelming, until he catches his reflection and realizes everything has changed. The man in the mirror is a stranger youthful with striking blonde hair. A week reveals the truth. He's reincarnated as Ryan Edgar, the third son of a Grand Duke. Gone is the worthless loser. Now, he's a pampered noble in a world powered by magic. Life here is a paradise filled with love he never dared to dream of. Eldria is a vast world, home to humans, elves, and dwarves. Ryan's family holds immense power, controlling a territory spanning 300,000 kilometers, supported by 1 million subjects. This sweet life is the perfect remedy for his past. His luxury is interrupted by a royal summons. Called to his father's chambers, Ryan bows with humility. Sensing that his sheltered existence is about to face a monumental, life-changing shift, his father gets straight to the point. It's time for Ryan to manage his own territory. Ryan, his stunned governance never crossed his mind. The Duke walks to a massive map, pointing to a rugged region in the northwest full of hidden challenges. The region faces a brutal crisis: food production. His father warns that while borders are secure, the Kurdral Empire is decaying from political corruption. Factions clash, and the future is bleak. Ryan realizes his father is handing him a battlefield. Ryan feels a burning urge to protect this family that showed him such care. His father, misreading the silence, offers him a way out, fearing it's too much pressure. But Ryan isn't backing down. He asks, will the region thrive if we solve the food crisis? The Duke remains skeptical, believing that food shortages are systemic issues that no amount of youthful passion can solve. He sees Ryan as an inexperienced child. Little does he know, Ryan carries more than just passion. He carries the revolutionary wisdom of a century of mechanical engineering and industrial progress. With a sharp, confident smile, Ryan tells his father to leave the food production to him. He is ready to transform the desolate Iceling city, the westernmost edge of their territory. The game has changed. Using the knowledge of his past life, Ryan Edgar is about to ignite an industrial revolution in this magical land. Iceling city sits at a dangerous crossroads, bordered by elves to the west and the ocean to the south. Once fertile, endless wars have turned this land into a barren wasteland. Ryan studies the reports, realizing that to ignite his industrial revolution, he needs one thing above all else: a massive, skilled labor force. But his new power offers more than just strategy. He discovers all system scan ability, allowing him to visualize the stats and hidden talents of anyone he encounters. It's a game changer. He's no longer just a noble. He's an evaluator of potential, determined to hunt for talent the moment he arrives. Accompanying him is Leah, a fierce, red-headed maid tasked by his father to keep him out of trouble. She's worried about his reckless streak, but Ryan is already mentally miles ahead. In the city, the corrupt local lords are plotting, planning to bury him under mountains of falsified financial records. The city lord and his masked conspirator are confident. They assume Ryan is just another pampered, oblivious noble who won't know the first thing about tax fraud. They decide to feed him fake accounts to keep him confused and distracted, unaware that they are playing against a modern-era genius. The masked man has a deep, bitter grudge against the Duke and is desperate to use Ryan as a pawn to inflict pain on his father. Shortly after, the carriage reaches the outskirts. Ryan steps out, looking at the desolate fields, already seeing the blueprint for a canal that could revolutionize their trade. His thoughts are shattered by a piercing scream. A young girl is desperately begging her father to stop gambling away her mother's life-saving medical money. The man, consumed by greed and stupidity, raises a hand to strike her. Ryan doesn't hesitate. He steps forward and delivers a lightning-fast, brutal punch. Leah is shocked, scolding him for charging into a fight without his gear. Ryan calmly defends his impulse, then turns his gaze to the cowardly scum of a father. He delivers a cold, bone-chilling ultimatum. If he ever catches him near a gambling den again, he'll lose his hands. The gambler flees in terror, leaving the girl sobbing on the ground. Ryan kneels down, using his system to check her status. What he sees leaves him stunned. Her name is Lillian, and she possesses a rare, hidden talent for agriculture and harvesting. She isn't just a child, she is a golden asset. Even with low combat stats, her potential for farming is off the charts. To Ryan, she is a blessing in disguise. He immediately offers her a ride in his carriage, ignoring her protests about her dirty clothes. To him, status means nothing. She is a crucial piece in his development plan. As they settle in, Ryan asks the million-dollar question: why does this city have a thriving gambling den when its people are starving in extreme poverty? Lillian's answer is chilling, revealing that the neighboring Grand Duke of Soren has been pulling the strings behind the scenes to keep this land weak. Ryan's eyes narrow as the pieces fall into place. The corruption isn't just local. It's an orchestrated effort to keep his territory broken. The masked conspirators, the rigged accounts, the poverty, it's all a trap. But they have made a grave mistake. They have targeted a man who knows exactly how to build from ruins. With a brilliant tactician like Ryan at the helm, the tides are about to turn. He has the system, he has the vision, and now he's starting to assemble his team. The corrupt lords think they are welcoming a victim, but in reality, they have just invited their own destruction. Disaster strikes as a massive flood destroys the land and crops, pushing citizens to the brink of starvation. Ryan realizes his plan to rebuild requires a massive census, but first, he needs capital. He turns to Lillian, asking for the location of the local lord's estate, hoping to secure emergency development funds. Their journey is violently interrupted. A horseman screams at the crowd, calling them peasants as he recklessly charges through the streets. He nearly crushes Ryan, but Leah saves him just in time. Ryan, sensing the tension, tells her to release him, while learning that the rider is the young master of the Edwin family. The Edwin family owns every casino in the city, which is Ryan's eureka moment. If they are hoarding all the wealth while the citizens starve, they are the perfect target to fund his revolution. Instead of the estate, he changes course. They are going to the casino to drain the Edwin's coffers dry. Lillian is terrified, warning that the casino will leave him penniless. Ryan just smiles. He is confident they cannot outplay him. As they enter the den of vice, Ryan is disgusted by the sight of desperate people throwing away their lives. He ignores the small fries, waiting for the big fish to appear. He approaches an attendant, feigning ignorance, and is handed to free chips to try his luck. He throws them down, losing instantly, just as the casino crew planned. But when he tries to leave, the attendant blocks his path, claiming he owes a massive debt for the chips he was told were on the house. The scam is blatant. The attendant claims each chip is worth 100 gold coins, demanding 250 total. When Ryan refuses, the attendant insults him and suggests leaving his maid as payment. The air turns icy. Lillian shouts that the chips are actually worth only a single silver coin. The attendant loses his cool and orders his guards to beat Lillian, but he never gets the chance. Ryan steps in slang across the room with a devastating punch. The floor erupts in chaos, but Ryan stands perfectly calm, his gaze scanning the crowd, waiting for the real master of the house. The violence draws out the big fish. A man of status steps into the light, furious at the disruption. Ryan doesn't look intimidated. He looks like a predator who finally found his prey. He isn't here to play games. He is here to dismantle this corrupt, gambling empire from the ground up. The room goes silent as the casino boss confronts Ryan. The lord of the city believes he holds all the cards, but Ryan has already scanned his status. He knows exactly how much power this man has, and he is ready to crush the Edwin family's entire financial operation using his modern economic logic. Ryan challenges the boss, daring him to keep playing. The boss, blinded by arrogance, assumes Ryan is just a reckless brat. He doesn't realize he is facing an engineer who spent 20 years analyzing systems both mechanical and corporate. Ryan is about to teach them the true meaning of a bankrupting move. The crowd watches, terrified yet hopeful. As Ryan prepares to bet against the very institution that has been bleeding them dry, he isn't just playing for gold. He is playing for the future of Iceland City. Every chip he puts on the table is a building block for his future industrial empire. With the system guiding his every move and his brilliant mind calculating the odds, Ryan is invincible. The Edwin family's control over the city is about to crumble. The trap is set, the bait is taken, and Ryan Edgar is ready to claim his prize. The revolution begins at the gambling table. Vescello orders his thugs to brutalize the gamblers for causing a scene. Lillian, watching in horror, blames herself for bringing Ryan here. But she remembers his kindness and decides she's had enough. She steps into the line of fire, boldly shouting that she won't stand by and watch them scam her hero. The crowd freezes. Everyone knows that crossing Vescello is a death sentence. Vescello sneers, mockingly asking if she's truly challenging him. Lillian doesn't flinch, accusing him of ruining countless lives. She stands her ground, ready to take the blow to protect the man who showed her a flicker of hope. As Vescello lunges, Ryan intercepts him with effortless precision. He scans the thug's status, finding pathetic loyalty and attributes defined only by bloodlust. Vescello arrogantly asks if Ryan is displeased with his methods. Ryan just grins, agreeing that in this world only the strong deserve to make the final laugh. Vescello laughs, thinking it's a joke, but his amusement dies instantly. Ryan claps his hands and soldiers flood the casino, surrounding the entire room. Ryan stands tall, his men locked and loaded behind him. The shift in power is absolute. The hunter has become the hunted in his own den. Meanwhile, at the local hall, city officials are scrambling to curry favor with the new noble. Adrien, Vescello's father, is also there planning to build an alliance, with Ryan unaware that his son is currently being dismantled. Ryan enters the hall, coolly dismissing the bootlicker's empty gifts and hollow praise. Ryan cuts straight to business. He reveals a massive blueprint for a dam, leaving the confused officials bewildered. They think it's a fishing tool, but Ryan ignores their ignorance. He explains the brutal reality. The river's annual floods are killing their crops, and this dam is the key to their survival. The officials are stunned. It's a visionary plan that could skyrocket their production. But when Ryan asks for funding, they immediately play the poverty card, bowing their heads in fake despair. Adrien watches from the back, smirking, convinced that the young noble is too naive to squeeze money out of these vultures. Ryan catches their bluff instantly. He calmly mentions that he just seized 50,000 gold coins from a single casino and there are plenty more to raid. The room goes deadly silent. Every official realizes their secret revenue stream is in the crosshairs, and they know Adrien owns every one of them. Adrien's smirk vanishes, replaced by cold, murderous rage. He steps forward, accusing Ryan of violating the nation's laws. The other officials rally behind him like trained dogs, arguing that casinos are legitimate business. They think they're lecturing a fool, but they're actually cornering a predator. Ryan doesn't break a sweat. He calls them out on their blatant hypocrisy. They were too poor a moment ago, but now they are fiercely defending their gambling profits. He gives them a final, freezing ultimatum: surrender the casinos voluntarily, or he will dismantle them piece by piece. Adrien tries to play his trump card, threatening that the Grand Duke will be furious at such insolence. But Ryan isn't impressed by threats from a man who is clearly terrified of losing his cash cow. The air in the room is suffocating as the officials realize their authority means nothing here. They tell Ryan to know his place, but he has already moved past them. With a calm gesture, he orders his soldiers to move in. He isn't interested in a debate over laws written by thieves. He is here to rewrite the rules of this territory through pure, overwhelming force. This isn't just about money, it's about cleansing the rot that has plagued this city for years. Ryan isn't just taking their gold, he's stripping away their protection. With the soldiers at his command and the law on his side, Ryan is finally ready to show them who is the real master.